You finish a heavy dinner, and your stomach is completely full. Yet, 45 minutes later, you find yourself standing in the kitchen, staring blankly into the pantry, looking for something crunchy. It defies all logic. Your body does not need fuel, but a hidden impulse drives you to eat. You are caught in a cycle of mindless grazing that drains your daily energy, spikes your blood sugar, and quietly sabotages your health. You have been sold a lie about how to fix this. You think beating these daily cravings requires iron discipline, locking away your favorite foods, or obsessively logging numbers into an app. But relying on brute willpower to fight your own biology is an unwinnable war. It is an exhausting, stressful way to live. There is a far calmer method. The traditional Japanese approach naturally cuts out constant snacking without starvation or forced restriction. It works by bringing logic back to your daily habits, aligning your mind and body so the urge to graze simply fades away. Do not skip ahead, because habit number 4 exposes the exact fake hunger signal your brain is using against you. It is the hidden reason why your current attempts at healthy snacking are actually keeping you trapped. Let's start with the first habit, known as Hara Hachi Bu. The standard way we eat today conditions us to clear the plate completely. We eat until our stomach feels physically stretched. We equate being stuffed with being satisfied. But this extreme fullness comes with a heavy cost. It crashes your energy levels and forces your body to work overtime just to process the sheer volume of food. 2 hours later, your body scrambles to stay awake. This sudden drop triggers a sharp craving for sugar or a quick snack just to keep your eyes open. Hara Hachi Bu flips this entire concept. It means eating until you are 80% full, instead of eating until you cannot eat another bite. You eat until you are simply no longer hungry. There is a massive difference between the two. The action you can take today is completely effortless. At your next meal, leave exactly 2 bites of food on your plate. It sounds almost too easy, but this small act breaks the mental need to finish everything in front of you. It trains your brain to recognize satisfaction before discomfort sets in. The second habit acts as a built-in speed limit for your meals. Right now, the standard way of eating relies on large metal forks and spoons. These tools encourage you to shovel massive amounts of food into your mouth faster than your brain can process. You eat so quickly that you outrun your own biological signals. By the time your mind finally realizes you are full, the damage is already done. You have overeaten. You stretch your stomach and program your body to demand that same massive volume of food later in the day. The traditional Japanese pace, often naturally enforced by chopsticks, prevents this completely. But you do not need to use traditional utensils to get the exact same benefit. You can apply this speed limit today with one tiny adjustment. When you use a fork, physically set it down on the table after every single bite. Let go of the handle entirely. Do not pick it up again until your mouth is completely empty. This simple pause forces your brain and your stomach to sync up. It cuts off the desire to snack later because you finally allow your body to feel truly full from a normal plate of food. The third habit changes the entire environment inside your stomach, starting with what you drink. The modern habit is to wash down a meal with a massive glass of ice water. This freezing liquid shocks your system. It slows down digestion and leaves you feeling bloated yet weirdly unsatisfied. Your body misinterprets this sluggish, uncomfortable digestion. It confuses the heavy feeling with a lack of fuel, tricking your brain into thinking you need to eat again. This is how you end up grazing right after a full meal. The Japanese method uses thermal signaling to fix this problem entirely. They replace cold drinks with something warm, like a small cup of hot water or green tea. This warmth acts as a gentle aid, helping your stomach process the food smoothly and efficiently. The action step here is incredibly simple. Trade your ice water for a warm drink during your main meals. More importantly, use the very last sip of that warm tea as a psychological trigger. Let that final sip serve as a hard stop, a clear signal to your brain that the meal is over and the eating window is officially closed. The fourth habit attacks the root cause of almost every unnecessary late-night snack. The Japanese call this concept kuchisabishi, which translates directly to a lonely mouth. Modern snack companies build empires on this exact feeling. They profit immensely by making you confuse emotional boredom with physical starvation. You reach into the cupboard not because your body actually requires fuel, but because your mouth requires stimulation. Your brain is simply hunting for a cheap and easy dopamine hit to break up a monotonous evening. We constantly mistake the desire to chew for the need to eat. Defeating a lonely mouth requires a tiny bit of friction. When that sudden urge to snack hits you out of nowhere, enforce a mandatory 15-minute delay. Drink one full glass of water and complete a minor physical task. Walk to another room. Fold a shirt or just stretch your legs. If your stomach is still genuinely growling after those 15 minutes, go ahead and eat. But you will find that 90% of the time, the craving completely vanishes. You were never hungry. Your mouth was just lonely. The fifth habit builds the physical foundation of a meal that naturally turns off hunger. Look at a typical modern dinner. It is almost entirely a sea of beige and brown. We fill our plates with breads, fried foods, and highly processed items. These beige meals burn through your system like paper on a fire. They digest rapidly and leave massive nutritional voids in your system. Your brain senses this missing nutrition and triggers a constant nagging hunger, forcing you to graze all night just to find what you missed. The traditional Japanese solution is called Goshiki, or the rule of 5 colors. A proper meal should naturally contain red, green, yellow, black, and white. This is not about making your food look pretty. It is a biological hack. Eating a variety of natural colors automatically loads your plate with fiber and water-dense foods that digest slowly, keeping you fueled for hours. The action you must take is immediate. Look at your plate before you take your very first bite tonight. If you do not see at least 3 distinct natural colors, that meal will not keep you full. Add a handful of spinach, a sliced tomato, or any bright vegetable. Adding just one missing color stabilizes your blood sugar and locks away your hunger for the rest of the night. Breaking your daily snacking habit has nothing to do with punishing yourself. It is not about strict diets or forcing your body to starve. It is simply about respecting your own biology. When you build your main meals with logic and intention, that overwhelming urge to constantly graze naturally fades away. It becomes completely unnecessary. But do not try to completely change your entire routine by tomorrow morning. Taking on too much at once is a guaranteed way to fail. Instead, pick exactly one of the micro habits we just talked about. Apply it strictly to your dinner tonight. Tell me in the comments below which specific habit you are going to commit to today. Make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so you can continue building an unbreakable mindset.